What exactly is a squib? The books tell us they are individuals born into wizarding families. However, they possess no magical ability of their own. Imagine the profound irony of this existence. Surrounded by the very essence of your heritage, yet unable to participate, it's a unique form of isolation. This isn't just about lacking power, it's about lacking the fundamental trait that defines your community. It shapes identity in a world built on magic. Consider the emotional weight of this reality. Growing up, watching siblings or cousins perform simple charms, you are a silent observer. The wizarding world doesn't seem to have a formal place for them. They aren't muggles, but they aren't truly wizards either. They exist in a liminal space. Our most prominent example is Argus Filch, the caretaker of Hogwarts. He is a constant, often unpleasant presence. His bitterness is palpable. Filch's resentment seems deeply rooted in his squib status. He is surrounded by the magic he craves but cannot wield. This fuels his antagonism towards students. His desire for the old harsh punishments might stem from a need for control. Control in the one area he can exert influence, lacking magical power. He knows the castle intimately, its secret passages and rules, yet this knowledge is practical, not magical. It highlights his unique, non-magical connection to the magical place. Filch's cat, Mrs. Norris, seems almost an extension of him. She navigates the magical space with an uncanny, non-magical awareness, mirroring his own. His portrayal invites empathy, despite his unpleasantness. It forces us to consider the psychological toll of his situation. What does it mean to be so close, yet so far? Then there is Arabella Figg, Harry's seemingly eccentric muggle neighbor. We later discover she is a squib, placed by Dumbledore to watch over Harry. Her home is filled with Kneazles, magical creatures. This shows she can interact with the magical world, just not through casting spells herself. She possesses knowledge of the wizarding world, enough to understand its dangers and necessities. Her perspective is informed by both realities. Mrs. Figg's role in Order of the Phoenix is crucial. Her testimony, though non-magical, is accepted by the Ministry. It highlights the value of her unique position. She isn't bitter like Filch. Perhaps her purpose, her connection to Dumbledore and the Order, gives her life meaning beyond her lack of magic. Her existence challenges the idea that squibs are simply failed wizards. She demonstrates resilience and utility outside traditional magical roles. Molly Weasley mentions a second cousin who is a squib. She speaks of him with a hint of sadness and perhaps shame. He became an accountant. This brief mention is telling. It suggests that squibdom is often kept quiet, perhaps seen as a family embarrassment. It reinforces the societal pressure. Becoming an accountant, a very muggle profession, shows a common path. Squibs often integrate into the muggle world, finding their place there. This highlights the divide. The wizarding world doesn't seem to offer many integrated roles for them. They must look elsewhere for a livelihood. Squibs challenge the definition of wizarding family. Is it purely about bloodline, or about magical ability? They embody this tension. They provide a unique viewpoint. Living between worlds, they see both the magic and the mundane. This perspective is invaluable, though often ignored. Filch's bitterness serves as a cautionary tale. It shows the destructive potential of feeling inadequate and excluded within one's own community. Mrs. Figg, conversely, shows potential for bridging worlds. Her ability to live among muggles while serving the magical community is unique. Squibs force us to question what magic truly means in this universe. Is it just spellcasting, or is there a broader definition of contribution and worth? The wizarding world's reaction to squibs can be seen as a form of prejudice. It's not based on blood status, like Muggle-born's face, but on ability. This ability-based discrimination is subtle but pervasive. It suggests that in this world, magical power is the ultimate measure of worth. Squibs, by their very nature, disrupt the neat categories of the wizarding world. They are a constant reminder that reality is more complex than pureblood Muggle-born Muggle. Filch's constant patrolling and knowledge of rules can be analyzed as his attempt to participate. He enforces the structure of the magical world he cannot fully join. Mrs. Figg's collection of magical items and creatures shows her engagement. She finds ways to interact with magic on her own terms, outside casting. The lack of formal education or support for squibs is notable. There's no squib school or integration program mentioned. They are largely left to their own devices. Could Squibs possess unique skills overlooked by wizards? Perhaps a deeper understanding of Muggle technology, or a different kind of observational skill? Mrs. Fig's ability to blend into the Muggle world is a skill many wizards lack. This practical ability is valuable, even if not magical. Their existence raises questions about genetics and magic. How does a magical gene pool produce non-magical offspring? The books don't delve into the science, but the phenomenon exists. The contrast between Filch and Mrs. Fig is particularly insightful. It shows that while the condition is the same, the response to being a squib can vary greatly. One becomes bitter and resentful, clinging to the edges of the magical world he hates. The other finds a way to contribute and connect, bridging worlds. This highlights the importance of individual agency and support systems. Mrs. Fig had Dumbledore's trust and a vital mission. Filch seems isolated in his role. Squibs also make the stakes higher for magical families. The possibility of having a squib child adds a layer of anxiety, particularly for pureblood families concerned with lineage. This anxiety is hinted at in Molly's mention of her cousin. It's not just about the child's future, but about the family's perceived status. The existence of squibs complicates the pureblood ideology. If magic isn't guaranteed even within pureblood lines, what does purity truly mean? They are living proof that magic is not solely determined by blood, even if it is strongly influenced by it. This subtly undermines pureblood supremacy. Consider the Dumbledore family. Ariana Dumbledore's magical ability was damaged, leading to a different kind of exclusion and tragedy. While not a squib, her story shares themes of difference and societal reaction. Squibs are perhaps the most extreme example of being othered within the wizarding community itself, based purely on lack of ability. Mrs. Fig's role in confirming Harry's story to the Ministry is a powerful moment. It's a non-magical person providing crucial evidence in a magical trial. Filch's desire to use Muggle methods of punishment, like handcuffs, is another fascinating detail. He adopts tools from the world he is closer to, perhaps unconsciously. This scarcity of information itself is telling. It suggests squibs are not a topic widely discussed or integrated into wizarding education or history. They are, in a sense, the invisible members of the magical world, present, but not fully acknowledged or understood by the majority. Their stories prompt us to think about what it truly means to be part of a community. Is it shared ability, shared heritage, or something else entirely? Could a squib have been a brilliant magical theorist, understanding the principles of magic even without performing it, or a crucial liaison with the Muggle world?